this angle is clearer. So, um, okay, let's go this way. I think it's better this way. Sorry, just give me a few minutes to pull to get the right angle for this recording. Okay, I think it's getting better. It's a little better now. All right. So thank you if you're joining. It's a weekend here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you're watching from. So, um, guys, let me know how your weekend is going. Here, it's just home alone today, so I have to do this. Now, as you can see from the caption, the title of this live is okay. What's that? Okay, the title is "Did she told you?" Did she told you? That's what we're looking at. Now, mind you, that was intentional. If you think it's a mistake, then you are mistaken. So the title again says, "Did she told you?" So right, that's a question, isn't it? It's a question in the English language. Right, it's a question. And if you look at that, for someone who is very conversant, who has a master of the English language, who understand how English sentences should be, okay, sorry, for someone who understands how the English language should be carved, how sentences, how thoughts are put together in the English language, you will understand that something is a bit off with the title of this live, The She Told You. And not just something, it is something that is fundamentally, um, that is for, I mean, something fundamental is wrong with that expression, The She Told You. And which is why I want to use this live, this opportunity to explain to you not just why it is wrong, but how that every speaker or user of the English language can get the right expression going forward, how that we can have good communication going forward, right? That's for those who don't know. And if you know already, it's really not bad if you want to refresh your memory, your brain, your mind with, what this is about. Right. Now, I was on my phone earlier today. Let me go back to the movie. I was watching one of Sabalo's prodigies. If you know Sabalo is a TikToker. I mean, sorry, it's not just a TikToker. I think is a skit maker. He's a skit maker. He makes skit. He's a Nigerian comedy skit maker. Right. Now, he has one of these prodigies of his that also has a channel, that has a YouTube channel. His name is X. I think I'm trying to check. I'm trying to go find this channel. Okay, the name of the guy is Lil X. Lil X. I don't know if you can see. Okay, right. That's the guy. And the title of this episode I was watching earlier on is The Weekend, right? The Weekend, and this is episode 4 of, you know, of the series, episode 4 of the series, The Weekend. And I should say that I'm a little addicted now to watching Lil X. I like the guy, is a very good actor. And by the way, I think his storylines, although it's targeted at the Gen Zs, which obviously I I don't belong to that bracket, but I think I like his storylines, and I'm just kind of addicted to a style of acting, right? So, but on this one, when I was watching this episode, I, there was this scene in the episode where a girl who was cheating by another girl, right, was going to report her to the boyfriend. Now, in this case, the boyfriend of the cheating lady is the elder brother to this lady who was going to report. Now, but along the line, I think somehow this other lady, this little sister to the boyfriend, was trying to hide another, was trying to hide little X in this particular episode. She was daring to have him as a boyfriend. And so little X was going to advise this little girl not to report, their situation to a brother. So fast forward to what inspired this video session. I mean, sorry, this live session. This girl who was caught in the act, was suspecting that her boyfriend's little sister would have reported the matter, you know. But unfortunately, do I say that fortunately for her, the matter hadn't been reported. So she, on the other hand, would go to her boyfriend and to ask if everything was okay, if um, their little sister had reported a matter or not to her. I mean to him. So in the course of doing that, she she goofed, right? She goofed in that she made this grammatical blunder. So the title of this live was, I mean, sorry, is exactly the statement, the question made by this lady, which I'm going to be playing for you, so that you know that what I want to show you is a problem. What we want to discuss in this video is something you should take seriously, right? Because a lot of it, a lot of people who speak or learn their English language still have problem with how to weave questions in the past tense using did. So before I go on, let me show you. Let me play this particular scene of the series, of the movie, of the skit to you. Okay, let me play for you. Okay, I hope this will make sense. Okay. Okay, let me put it this way. Maybe I have to go back. Sorry. Okay, let me go back.
Babe, Jennifer is back. Yeah, she just go back. Don't go long. Okay. She told you anything?
Okay, did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? That's beautiful. This beautiful lady just said, "Did she told you anything?" You know, what she said was, "Did she told you anything?" By the way, she's a very beautiful lady, and I was shocked when I heard her say that. Did she told you anything? Now, is that right? No, but you should understand that stories like this aren't often scripted, right? Even if there are scripting, I don't believe that people like this are given the role, the free will, the poetic license, the dramatic license to inject their own words, especially when actors aren't groomed to memorize scripts, right? The liberty, the freedom is often given to them to express themselves as much as they want. Now, I think that was what played out in the case of this lady, right? So she said, did she told you anything? Did she told you anything? Now, what is wrong with that expression? Obviously, what is wrong with that is the verb told, told. Did she told you anything? Right, you will understand that what she was trying, the scenario, the situation she was trying to point out in this case was in the past, right? And for a for a past situation, for a past tense action, we'll understand that we use past tense, right? But there is a but. There is an exception. There is a rule of grammar that tells us that every time you want to ask a question in the English language, and the question is one that refers to a situation in the past. Once you use the proform verb did, 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 every time you begin a question with did, the next verb that follows after their subject in the sentence, the next verb that comes after the subject and expression in the question should be in the present tense, not in the past. So, what should that expression from this young lady, this young actress, have been? The right expression should have been, did she tell you anything? Did she tell you anything? Not did she told you anything? Now, that explains that you can have two past tense verbs in succession in English language. It's impossible to have that happen. Two past tense actions cannot follow the other in succession in the English language. And I think I can explain this like this, that the Englishman who the people who introduced this law, what we're trying to achieve is that you can have two things. It's a law that stems from, it's a law that stems to correct the act of greed, the nature of greed in human beings, such that when you have one, you can have two. You should let the other person have the second, right? You can have one, you can have two, while others don't have anything at all. And this could go as far as you explaining resources or things, possessions, or just good things of life. When you amass a few things to yourself, you should let other people have access to resources, to all the good things of life. So life is not all about you alone, right? So it's about spreading the good things of life, the good resources of life to other people. So when you have the verb did beginning the question, did she, of course, she in the wise in this context is the subject, right? That's the third person pronoun, she. Did she? Now you can have, did she told you? Because already the question began with did. The next verb should be in the present, not did she told you. It's impossible to speak that way in the English language. The English grammar rule does not permit you to start a sentence, a question, with the past tense did, and then you go on to have another past tense verb. It is wrong. It is not allowed. So I want to expect that if this video at all um gets to I don't know the exit space, it would correct this notion. Okay, no problem. All right, I'll catch that later. Just put it down. Thank you. All right, so if this video ever gets to or ever gets the attention of the X or Sebalo, the popular skip maker, my advice would be that when you have a script, right, you could have somebody who studied the English language or who understands language better to revise, to proofread whatever it is that you want to hand over to your actors. It's very important. You're a big brand, and I do believe that things like this, like statements like this, waters down, takes away or limits. Yeah, I should use the word limits your audience, because there are people who might not like the kids, the students to watch skits, to watch videos, to watch footages that will adversely affect the way that they communicate, the way that they express themselves in their English language. So it's very important. It is very, very important that your scripting process is supervised by a language editor, which of course I can offer myself for that if this gets to you and you're actually truly interested in tuning out quality videos out to to your audience, to your viewers. So that is exactly what this video is about. So to you out there, to everyone watching this, or to whoever will watch this, or to whoever will get to see this video later, understand that every time you want to ask a question with the past tense verb did, when you have after did, the next thing would be that you have a subject. The subject is the performer of an action in a sentence. Did she, for example, let's go back to the latest statement. Did she? Now, the verb is tell, told, you understand? Either tell or told or tells. When you have it that way, because the sentence, the question had begun with did, the next verb after the subject she should be in the present tense. So it should be something like, should be like this. Did she tell you anything? Did she tell you anything? No, the she told you anything. Now, also let's have more examples. You can have something like, did you go there yesterday? Did you go there yesterday? Not, did you went there yesterday? Did you eat your food yesterday? That's wrong. You say, did you eat your food this morning? Did you have lunch already? Did you have lunch? Not, did you had lunch? Um, did you listen to them? Wrong. It should be, did you listen to them? Did you hear me? Not, did you heard me? So that should be all for this video. I actually saw that. I saw that video from that episode the weekend, and I felt I needed to quickly have this live to correct that notion. I mean, sorry, to correct that expression. So you don't have, it is wrong to say, did she told you anything, or did you went to the church? So it's wrong to speak that way. Rather, what it should say is, did you go there? Did you go to work today? Did you have lunch already? Did you did you listen to them? Did you sleep well? Not did you slept well? Every time we begin a question with the past tense did, and we have a subject come after did, the next verb should be in the present tense. Remember, I was trying to suggest, like to explain what could have motivated that rule in the English language. And I'm saying that that rule could have stemmed from the Englishman or the postulant of that rule, trying to let us understand that in life, when you have something, you have a few things to yourself, and you have other people who still suffer not having anything. As a human being, as someone who is empathic, the right thing to do would be to share with others. You don't keep two when others don't have anything at all. You don't have past tense when you have somebody else who doesn't have anything. When you have the present tense, lacking and having nothing, having no presence. Because if you look at that expression again, did she tell you anything? Now, did she told you anything? Like they, this actress, this young actress, this young actress has said in her expression. So if you look at that expression, did she told you anything? Did she told you anything? You realize that we already have past tense at the beginning, and then told is another past tense. That is greed. That explains greed on the path of, I'm sorry, on the part of the past tense verb. So you can have past tense, past tense. When you have one past tense, it's only expected that you have a present tense verb. So it is, did she tell you anything? Not that she told you anything. So thank you. I can see that somebody just joined. Thanks for being a part of this. And for the rest of you who will be seeing this much later, please, the titling is intended, I'm sorry, is intentional. It was done on purpose, right? I wasn't out of mistake, right? I was only trying to draw your attention to what I've seen, what I've watched in a video footage. I'm sorry, in a footage today. So thank you for joining. I'd like to end the stream right now. Thank you again for joining. God's blessings. Until next time. And please, I want to beg you, I want to plead with you. to share this live, to share my video, my content with as many as you have on your list. Thanks and thanks again. Until next time. Bye for now. Your stream will stop immediately. Yes.